is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Are you ready to travel? We got all the travel buzz here on Smart People Travel Wise with Alvin Adriano on PHLV Radio.
Hello, mabuhay, and good day to everyone watching. Thank you on our 6th episode on Smart People Travel Wise. I'm so excited for today's episode because we are all in need of a relaxing getaway. Being mindful of your mental health and giving yourself a time to escape is very important these days. And I really think that society has become more aware of the positives that comes from traveling. So today we'll be discussing, I really want to show you some of the most beautiful properties all around the world. And I absolutely love just talking about Philippines. Just thrilled to have some of this ambitious and esteemed individual who will be joining us on today's show. But first, I am so grateful for all of you that continue to support the show, and this would not be possible without you. So thank you for watching, and please share to your friends, family members, and anyone you know who loves to travel. Today, I'm your host, Alvin Adriano, CEO of TravelWise International, and today I have the pleasure of reaching across the world to bring today's guest. But before we get started, let me remind all of our viewers, if you are watching this live, please hashtag live. And if you're watching this on the replay, to hashtag replay. Let us know where you're watching from so that we can make sure we acknowledge all of our fans out there. You can always watch our show on Facebook and YouTube, and you can also listen on Amazon Fire, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Or even better, download the app, PHLV Radio, available on all iOS and Android devices. Since 2018, the beautiful and highly awarded island of Boracay has undergone a massive restoration and redevelopment. Tourism is a major stream of revenue for tourism provinces like Aklan. So for almost 3 years, Boracay has been steadily cultivating its return. Today, we'll talk to Director of Sales and Marketing, Ms. Claire Del Rosario-Bernabe, with Discovery Hospitality, who is always taking prime locations into dream destinations, with their ever-growing portfolio of the most exciting properties across the Philippines. So please smash those heart buttons and give Ms. Claire a well-deserved thank you for being here today with us. Perfect. So Claire, are you there?
Good morning, Alvin. Morning, right?
Good morning for you. Good night for me. So
good night. Okay, good evening to your listeners. And I guess mabuhay for our kababayans listening to our show today. So magandang pagbati po sa inyong lahat dyan.
I know everyone's excited, and I know in Philippines it's Independence Day. So happy Philippine Independence Day. I'm so glad to have you on the show, and thank you for taking the time to spend it with us and our viewers.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Awesome. So what's going on? I mean, you're in Philippines. It's a bright day. It's Independence Day. What's going on? What's your usual day, and what you working on right now?
Well, we continue to listen to people. By people, I mean guests, partners like yourself, and of course, colleagues. Everything is changing. Everything is very dynamic. Everything is evolving. So we need to be on top of our game. So, we continue to study and learn what future demands on travel will be like. Yeah. We continue to monitor the development in terms of the rollout of the vaccination program of government here in the Philippines and there where you're coming from, because we're so excited and so looking forward to have our, balikbayans come back and see their relatives, and for us to lay down the red carpet in our resorts to give them that awesome vacation experience.
Oh, I know. Everyone's so excited. I mean, being pent up for about 14 months and just waiting for our dreams and realities and everything we say on Instagram and Facebook. I know so many people can't wait to get out of their daily routine and escape to getaways like your backdrop. I mean, they look so wonderful. I mean, it's so relaxing. I can't just imagine what it feels like to be in Philippines right now.
Well, our islands are back to, I would say, pristine conditions.
Hmm.
There have been massive efforts in the form in the part of the government to rally the private sector
Hmm.
to make sure that environmentally our operations are sustainable.
Yeah.
Our practices, our best practices contribute to sustainability efforts,
Hmm.
and again, what you see as relaxing on my background, I tell you, back of the house, we are working very, very hard to make sure that when you do come and visit, you can just relax and just, marvel at the beauty of nature and breathe that fresh air, have breakfast and how, see the birds just walking near you and, them chirping, and nature, I guess, has a way of welcoming humans
Yeah.
visiting their habitat, right?
Yeah.
We're excited for that. Yeah.
Nature is a destination that we aim for because sustainability is now important. A lot of new things have become preferences now: sanitation and safety, environmental sustainability, prioritizing natural resources. So yeah, throughout every crisis, there's an opportunity for us to find solutions to new things. And I think the pandemic, even though it has a lot of negative cons to it, there was an opportunity for all of us to innovate and find new things for all of us to aim for the future.
Right.
Really, I just wanted to, I lightly touched on your role, but for all the viewers, can you just talk about what you actually do as the director of sales for this hospitality group and what it is like?
My title is Director of Sales and Marketing, and I have a wonderful, hardworking team making sure that you get regular updates on all our social media platforms, which is the fastest way to reach out to you.
Mhm.
Uh, we design products, uh, packages, and promotions to allow your listeners um, to have additional options on where to go and what to do next. Our products are not only simply room accommodations,
Mhm.
but we are focused on the overall experience. So in everything that we do, we think of ways on how to make the traveler really just have, time for themselves, time with their families. So we take care of healthy cuisine, make
Mhm.
sure that what we serve on your plate are, fresh harvest from our farms.
Wow.
Yes, both of our resorts have farms already. So we do farm to table cuisine, and our room accommodations include now what we call home safe. This is our commitment to safety program. Alvin,
Mhm.
safety and sanitation is now an amenity in
Yeah.
the hospitality industry. More than any period, this is now amplified. No, it is crucial to us. Well, not to say that it was lacking in the past, because when you say hotel grade,
Yeah.
yun na yun, diba?
Oh yeah.
But can you imagine that hotel grade, taking that higher notch pa? And with Discovery, our program is validated by Lysol.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. That's and that's a key partnerships happened because of this, because of the pandemic, and again, creating opportunities and collaborations always brings better business for partners, for shareholders, for travelers.
That's right.
And what you were saying, I think when I looked up the company, your slogan is service that's all heart.
Yes.
And it reflects the type of signature Filipino hospitality and the service at your properties. And you mentioned about crafting experiences to your guests, especially for your award-winning hotels, and it leaves such an impact to people. And I believe this is what the hospitality industry is changing to. They've realized that there are opportunities in catering experiences for their guests that come in. And is there any other ways that your brand has evolved after this last 14, 15 months?
Yes. We had to revisit our business models
Mhm.
to cater to the new travel trends. And we recognize the need of our travelers, our guests, to have a bit more sense of safety when they do travel.
Oh,
Uh, we have already partnered with charter plane service providers,
mhm.
seaplanes even. So there is no need to go to the airports anymore.
Okay.
There are private lounges in private hangars where guests can go, and they're served well and flown direct to the waters, specifically for Club Paradise Palawan. So these are the new innovations. Well, basically, we just really want to know. We've been very eager to hear what our return guests are hoping for. And mind you, I need to specify this because Discovery Resorts have a very high return guest ratio.
Yeah.
They know our staff. Our staff call them by their names, and basically there is this understanding already that, hey, I am going to be at your resort, I want my usual. And we know that by heart, right? But
Yeah.
now it's beyond what we know already. We have that obligation to make sure that the little time out of their 365 days, especially for our kababayans, no, would be coming home very soon. We're excited to receive you. We have to make it just worth their while. And, we're focused on delivering that memorable experience. So we are trying to craft new programs. We are redesigning what we are offering. And we're making sure that you can find these in platforms that are easy for you.
No, that's great. I mean, it's so important to find your uniqueness or, the value that you bring, especially with smaller properties or companies. When you have to compete with larger mass media brands like Shangri-La, Aman Hotels, it's important to show the value and how personalization is the key to all the new travelers or any consumer now, being able to produce a product that they feel is custom made for them. And it also shows in your properties. I know you are listed on two major exclusive lists, the Preferred Hotels and Condé Nast Johnson's list of, and those are very high standard, high achieving properties. And it just shows to the level of detail that your company and the hospitality group that supports your properties have just been so adamant about doing for their customers. And I think that's just a testament to your culture, your professionalism, and everything that you've been doing in Discovery.
Well, there's a strong leadership in Discovery. The captain of the ship is driving all of us, no, to veer towards this way. So there is a very strong leadership there. You are absolutely correct. The reputation is rock solid because of experiences of many people who have stayed in our resorts, and our partnerships even solidify that promise of service that is all heart.
That's amazing. And these are the things that, just in travel and tourism, a lot of vendors, a lot of tour operators are going to have to keep in mind of that the change to dollars and saving money has changed to lifestyle and how they can cultivate these types of experiences that they can not get anywhere else. And so, we talked about the pandemic and how we evolve operations, sanitation, safety. But are you guys creating more community-based activities or some ways for people to socialize or to reconnect? Because it seems like a lot of people have been disconnected. We're connected through virtual space, through social
Right.
media,
That's
but
right.
getting back into in person, getting back into um, um, I guess socialization, that might be a big possibility or opportunity in the future. Do you think that will be a trend for your locations or, once this pandemic is over?
Well, Discovery has always been a trailblazer. So not waiting for it to be a trend. We've already had programs in place that have social impact. For example,
Mhm.
we take care of the communities where our properties are located in. So, for instance, for Boracay property, we sort of adopt the nearby communities and help in terms of education for the students. We also support their local handicrafts by purchasing them and using it in our properties. We also, our property in Palawan, for example, contribute to, somehow making clean water available for the community. Doing this physically at the moment is a challenge, I would say, Alvin, because there are restrictions with, brought about by the pandemic. So exposure is managed, but we make sure that in any way that we can, we show support. But of course, sabi nga nila, charity starts from your home, right? Starts from where you are. So we make sure that we take care. We have programs to take care of our staff, which is our key, our strength actually in the type of service that we give. Kasi nga service that is all heart. Yeah. And the service that's all heart is made possible by our gladiators on site, no? From housekeeping, from front office, engineering, security. And these are the same individuals who will call your name if you return to the property and they remember you. And I hear so many stories really about, one property, one resort shared this wonderful story with me. They say, Claire, we have a challenge actually, because sometimes when guests come to us, they tell us, we're not Discovery ho. But there is this point of comparison, no? Which is for us in a good way, because there is a signature, that attention to detail. And I'm not just talking about hardware here. I'm talking about, you're lounging by the sand and suddenly you have one of our butlers spraying Evian on your face to refresh you. Someone comes to you and asks if you would like your shades to be cleaned. Little touches like that. And
wow,
this, you won't find this in our brochure. I don't think we've posted that on our website, but these are actually stories that we hear from people who call our reservations. They send us a letter and really saying the name of the staff that just made their trip excellently wonderful.
No, that's awesome. I mean, when you explain it like that, I mean, company makes promises to the consumers, but it's the people in the company that make the experience memorable. And so when you talk about the leadership, the culture, you've come from some major hotel brands. You've come from that continuously exceed expectations. And so seeing you here replicate, or not even replicate, but finding your own path and creating that same culture of innovation, community, it's very implorable. And I can see from how you're glowing that it really, the culture transcends outside of, and that's the most important thing for a company, that their employees are so, I guess, what do you call
engaged.
That? Engaged. Yeah, they're empowered. And then you can tell from their excitement about their company that it really shows. So for all the viewers, it's 100% real. I mean, I can tell if you're watching this live, hashtag live and hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. But we're just so excited to have you on and just talk about the things that make you passionate. And it is like Discovery Hospitality.
Yeah. And Alvin, let's not forget, you mentioned about where, the companies that I've been with in the past, and I've had wonderful memories with all of these. I've learned so much through the years. But let me highlight, Discovery Hospitality is homegrown Filipino hospitality brand, which we all can be very, very proud of.
Yes, no, that's the best part. Filipinos a lot are known as great workers, but we haven't evolved yet to the next level, to high entrepreneurs. And that's what we really want to focus on. We want Filipinos to be celebrated, to feel empowered, to show their success, because when we get into entrepreneurship, we build our companies local, grown, and built. We create more opportunities for our countrymen, for our kababayans, and it just leads into future successes, and it enables aspiring leaders to have a dream too. And I love the story, and I think it's important that we highlight that. So thank you so much for that.
Happy to share.
4 days ago, Boracay relaxed their travel restrictions. And I know there was a big bus last week with many local tourists coming from NCR coming into Boracay. For international travelers like myself, we cannot wait to go to Boracay. You know, since 2018, there's a lot of rehabilitation, redevelopment,
Rehabilitation?
rehab, redevelopment. And so it's been a long time since I've been to Boracay. How ready is Boracay for international travelers, and what can we expect when we arrive?
Okay. Well, Boracay has, of course, needless to say, it is one of the best beaches in the world. That is a fact. We've had many charter flights direct to Katiklan from outside of the Philippines. We hope that soon enough international borders will open. We are waiting for that opportunity. In the meantime, with Boracay reopen, well, actually Boracay was open. It's just restricted for people like us in NCR plus.
Yeah, like us.
But they've been welcoming guests from Western Visayas.
Okay.
What is new? Strict protocols are implemented.
Okay.
There is this QR code that will need to be ready. How do you get that QR code? Of course, you have your RT-PCR at the moment because vaccination still being rolled out. Maybe in the future, it will no longer be necessary, but let's cross the bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
So this system requires submission of a confirmation letter from the host resort, a negative RT-PCR test result, and everything is submitted there. And then that is the only actually requirement that you bring along with you as you go around enjoying that pristine long white beach sand of Boracay. What else? Well, the capacity of tourists on the island is still being managed.
Okay.
We can't really go back to how it was before. This is one of the resolutions of government when they decided to close the island for some time to rehabilitate it.
Yep.
So after that exercise, Boracay is better than ever.
Awesome.
As a matter of fact, the private sector group of hotels and resorts took the initiative to form our little informal group, aptly called Boracay Better Than Ever. And because there is no other way to say it. It is really better than ever. But again, no words will suffice, really. You have got to experience it for yourself to be able to really understand what some might say that it might just be a slogan or what. So I would do full stop there and again, open the invitation as soon as you are vaccinated there and international borders open and Philippines again welcome international travel. Call us and we will be happy to assist you from the point of reservations and just simply guide you step by step to make sure that you have a wonderful time. Planning pa lang yan, ha? Until the time that you get to our shores.
That's awesome. I mean, Boracay, everyone knows it's an award-winning island, always rated in Condé Nast and Travel Leisure, and across all type of award-winning beach vacations. But we talked about sustainability and how important it was for the rehabilitation of Boracay, and they did close down, and because of the overstrained effects of tourism. And I know Discovery Shores has done their part of advocacy from sustainable food, beach cleanup, reusable projects for reusable projects, and the Eco Brick project, where you take Could you talk more about that and what you've done to empower the sustainability in Boracay?
Okay. So you're talking about the beach cleanup
Yeah.
exercises. I see. All right. Periodically, we engage our team players. By team players, I mean our staff on the island to participate in this beach cleanup, where your shoreline is your responsibility and even beyond. So divers would go and pick up what need not be there,
Yeah.
right? Uh, well, aside from that, you mentioned about eco brick. This is how we recycle bottles.
Mhm.
We use them as planter boxes. Rather than concrete, we use these trash, put them inside those bottle without promoting any soda brand, and help create those planter boxes. Also, we have our eco conserve program. We this is a firm-wide initiative. We incorporate environmental friendly practices into our daily operations. So for EcoPure water, it's a bottling system that transforms tap water, right, into clean drinking water. It is stored in sterilized glass bottles, so we don't use plastics anymore. These are bottles already.
Okay.
And it was an investment from the owners, to make sure that this is sustainable. So we eliminate the need to buy commercially bottled waters, and these are used to serve our guests on the F&B outlets, food and beverage outlets, and in the suites. Aside from that, going back to that eco brick, I mentioned already that we use this for the plant boxes. So we also help build hand washing station for a local school in the communities that we take care of. These are just some of the initiatives that are continuous, and we are building from them. We also have our farms. I mentioned earlier that we harvest our vegetables and the herbs that we use for our cuisine from our farm. So we have Taranuman Farm, where the executive chef, no less, is picks up from that the vegetables and the herbs that he will serve for the guests. So we somehow contribute to less footprint because we don't really have to buy everything from Manila.
Yeah.
Try to, even in our farm in Coron, we actually are raising hogs and crabs, and I think we've also developed to start culturing fish.
Oh wow.
So we were evolving that way.
Yeah.
I saw there are actually sharing in the past where how many kilos have been harvested and so on and so forth. And these are a constant improvement and evolvement. We have actually someone from the corporate office who is focusing on developing programs like this. We have an AVP focusing on this matter. So you can see how important sustainability is for our resorts.
No, it's for the environmental or social responsible traveler, that's what they're looking for now these days. They're
Correct.
yeah. It means
Yeah, they call it the trend now, Alvin. They call it purposeful travel.
Yep. Purposeful,
Not
meaningful
just
travel.
not just purely leisure or entertainment, but helping out the community, getting involved with how a resort takes care of a community that they're responsible for,
Yep.
And contributing to less carbon footprint.
Yep.
And
no, go ahead. Good. I'm sorry.
Just excited. I told you once I start, I won't stop. Quite passionate about this because this is also the reason why I am in this industry.
Mm-hmm.
There are recyclable matters and there items rather one-time plastics, one-time use plastics, which we try to do away with. This is a program that we are getting ourselves more involved with.
No, no, it's great. And that's what a lot of properties, a lot of tour travel and tourism companies should start thinking about in the future. We talk about the evolution of travel. Well, the needs and preferences of the social responsible traveler, with the millennials coming up next, they're looking for meaningful and purposeful travel. There has been an explosion in volunteerism, giving back, being and what you were saying, leaving less of a carbon footprint, so that they feel good about not only vacationing but also not leaving a mess. Or there's a lot of issues that come from tourism, and being able to be part of a community like that and supporting the local environment is so important for these modern day travelers. So I applaud everything that you're doing, not just only, we're just only talking about Discovery Shores, but throughout all of your brands and properties. You mentioned earlier I think it was the Home Safe, or what was the
Yes.
program? Yep, the
Home Safe Commitment to Care program.
Yeah, and those are those commitments that's been highlighting a lot of properties these days. What are they going to do to protect their guests once they arrive from their doors all the way to checkout? So
Right. Um, the projects that we endeavor with are actually amplified across Discovery Resorts. So what we do in Discovery Shores, Boracay, is also something done in Club Paradise Palawan. And sometimes Club Paradise will have initiatives unique to its own, basically because of geography, really. But going back to the Commitment to Care program, um, Discovery actually goes beyond what we can provide to our guests. We recognize that maybe other resort or hotel properties smaller than ours probably might not have that not prepared yet their safety protocols, right? And because it is crucial at this point in time, and maybe talking about what could be our contribution moving forward, we offer to assist them. We get in touch with them and we say, if you haven't opened yet because you don't have the safety protocols, because this is now a requirement of the Department of Tourism before you're granted the certificate to operate. They will have to look at what you plan to do and how you will go about taking care of guests coming in. So if that is the problem, why you are not open yet, then we're here to help you.
awesome. I mean, yeah, I'm sure your leadership has cultivated very many different avenues of ways to be successful during this pandemic, and it shows on all the projects that you guys are participating, and it shows in all the awards that a lot of your properties have won. And you mentioned Club Paradise in Palawan, who's won a lot of awards for sustainability, especially in 2020. And that's just a different property owned, but still under the same umbrella. Um,
Yes.
and talking about Palawan Club Paradise, for all the viewers who don't know, it's an exclusive 19-hectare private island resort in the UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. And it's a tropical paradise just strategically located in Coron's magnificent landscapes and seascapes, with natural tourist attractions and dive sites, which has won the Green Destinations 2020 Top 100 Sustainable Destinations,
Yes.
right? 2020 sustainable and
100 sustainable destinations list awarded by Green Destinations. Yes,
wow.
it's a nonprofit organization based in the Netherlands.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, thank you for mentioning that, Alvin. This award actually speaks volume of the sustainability efforts of the company.
Yeah, and again, those are important highlights to find your uniqueness and your value proposition for any traveler that comes. It's not just the relaxation, but also doing more by leaving less. Showing the differences in what a social responsible company is, not only for its travelers, but also for its local community around them.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So while we're on the talking about Paradise Club Paradise Palawan, your house reefs, they're amazing over there. I've heard. I'm not a big diver. I interviewed a award-winning underwater photographer, and he told me about the house reefs over there. They're great, right?
They are. I can actually show you a photo if can tease you one time.
Only one time.
Well, what can I say? Amazing photos like this.
Wow, look at that. See?
Something I'm always happy to share, you know. This is in our reef.
Oh my God. And that's year round, right? You can dive year round in Palawan, right?
Well, if the water's I even if it rains, okay, I'm not a diver, so I would speak as far as I know. Even if it's raining, you can dive.
Wow.
Now there are seasonality based on what beautiful sea creature you can see. Like in Club Paradise, we have the sea cows, not the dugongs, showing up again. We have the last time I was there was in December, and we had a couple of guests, you know, sharing with us stories over breakfast that, not knowing what they will find, they were welcomed by baby sharks.
Wow.
One day baby shark, next day was something name I can't remember right now. But it was amazing. They showed us video clips that they were able to take, and I go like, oh boy, I think I would like to dive soon. You know, the thing is, Alvin, every time I go to the resorts, it's about work.
Yeah.
I don't really get to marvel so much. Maybe next trip I will, you know, do a vacation immediately after that. No.
Well, when you're in the tourism industry, it's really hard to take a vacation because it's always work. You feel like you have to do something with work, but you know, it has to be something we put on our calendar to enjoy while we work as well.
Yeah,
you
that's
know, you mentioned about the different marine life and biodiversity in the water around you. And for all the underwater photographers who are listening, a lot of critters, a lot of nudie branches, a lot for macro underwater photography, all available on their house reefs. So important feature that's you know, a complimentary item for them. Oh, were you gonna say something, Claire?
Yeah, actually, Alvin, you mentioned about the divers listening to your show. There is an affiliate company in Discovery Hospitality. It's called Discovery Fleet.
No, okay.
These are diving boats. That
the liveaboards, right?
The liveaboards, yes.
The liveaboards, yeah.
Goes to Bataha. There are seasons for these trips, and more products have been added to the program. They will actually have on their website the list of all of the sightings, you know, everything that you would love to know about diving, because one of our colleagues, Yvette, is actually well known in the dive industry. She is usually invited to shows about, you know, and talks about what is new in the diving industry. So do check that out. It's called Discovery Fleet.
Yeah, I know. I did.
You're fast.
I do. I try to do my research beforehand.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm prepared. But they go to Coron, Visayas, and so if any beginner or amateur person who wants to learn about diving, they also offer dive courses. So they have a wide range of facilities, a full service, fully equipped dive spot on Club Paradise Palawan. So for any travelers who are looking for a great experience, assortment of variety of activities, definitely check out Club Paradise Palawan, because they can fulfill all your dreams and needs and do it in a way with Filipino service and character. And I just can't. Yeah, I can't wait. Maybe I'll go. Maybe we'll learn to dive together, Claire. Maybe that's what.
Oh, wow! That is something to look forward to. I should gather my strength.
Yeah. I hope. Yeah, it'll be a workout. But you know what? I think with all the pictures that I've seen from you and other photographers, it's gonna be worth it. You know, or we'll just Photoshop ourselves in there.
And not only about the diving experience, which is going to be wonderful. Your accommodation, the amenities in it, is all Discovery Resort standard.
Yeah. Oh wow. See?
Right? It's not just a ship. I mean, space-wise, it could be, of course, it's going to be less. It's not a suite, but
of course
you get the same convenience and comfort as a Discovery Resort.
Well, you know, for all the viewers out there, the future has changed a lot because demand is pent up, and we're all waiting for all the travel restrictions to get relaxed. But before pandemic, and I guess if you know any trends now, how far in advance should a traveler start planning to go to your Palawan property or to Boracay?
Okay. Um,
Like 8 months in advance?
you, you're coming from the US, right?
Yeah, coming from the US.
Okay. Um, at the moment, the requirement remains to, securing a negative RT-PCR result 72 hours prior to flight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From the point of, it's from Manila because the plane is going to land in Manila. There's no direct flight, right? So that is one. It will be best to visit. Can I mention the websites?
Yeah.
We try our very, very best, and this is not just a slogan, right? We really try our best to keep it up to date, to provide that service for people in outside of the Philippines, to allow them to plan in advance.
Yeah.
Do visit our website, www.discoveryshoresboracay.com, and for Club Paradise, it's paradisepalawan.com. There is a tab there under destination where you have the checklist for preparation for travel. So we have a checklist provided there, and that is updated on a regular basis. It is always best to book in advance, Alvin, because we offer advance purchase campaign on the website. So when people are not thinking of that date yet, and you got your room already, you're already secured the best possible rate during that time of reservation. So we encourage that.
No, awesome. I mean, with everyone, major thing for entrepreneurs, plan for success, plan for your vacation. So if you don't, you plan for failure. When you see these exquisite pictures with the I don't know if that's sunset or sunrise, but it looks amazing. I want to go there and just see that when I open up my window. But soon enough, when relaxing travel restrictions do relax, there's going to be an abundant demand of people. There you go, switching off the. I had my thought in my speech, and I saw that like, oh my God, I want to be there right now. It looks so inviting right now with a cool drink. Maybe a massage.
I'm going to go to the side, okay, there. Imagine yourself staying in a sunset villa, and as you open your door in the morning, serve you freshly brewed coffee right there. You can make arrangements for that. We aim to pamper you, Alvin. So choose whether it's in your balcony or in that beach lounge. We bring you the coffee. You can hear the birds chirping. After that, maybe you would just like to paddle a little bit to the beach. It's just right there.
I heard there has a must do was the glow spa. I heard that has to be one of the things that you experience on the resort. Is that still true, or
what have you read? Tell me.
Well, it's using natural coconut oil, pure extracted from the coconut around you. It's about 3 hours. What else?
Yes.
Still
true. Still true. And actually, the resort manager and I had conversations, relaxed conversations, and I said, so I asked him, so what shall I try? I was new then, right? I haven't been to the property, and I asked, what is it that I can try? Because I really love the spa.
Yeah.
If I can have a weekly massage like I did prior to the pandemic, I would. But right now, it's not the case. Okay. What can I do there? And he goes, oh, we use coconut oil at its pure state to, do the massage, relaxing massage. There's hilot, so the coconut's harvested from there.
That's awesome. I mean, those type of unique experiences is what makes the location in the property, and it gives it its personality and character. And so those.
Oh, Alvin, we will also ask you, Mr. Alvin, would you like your massage in the spa or here outdoor? we have that massage hot outside. So anytime you
You
can
know,
have a massage, daytime or nighttime.
Claire, I can't wait when my virtual background is no more virtual. It's going to be real. It's like, hey, this is where I'm at. I'm on the beach or I'm in the spa. Check this out, you know?
Actually do that, because well, this is what I was saying earlier. We listen to people what their desires are, and because we are mostly working from home,
Mhm.
gives us that flexibility really. So we said, okay, well, people can actually work wherever. Even the
Yeah.
schools, the students, the kids are on distant learning. So what is mommy waiting
Yeah.
for before they actually get to that flight and go to the island? And so we came up with extend your stay package, rates where you can, the longer that you stay, well, of course, savings are going to be more. We have packages until 30 nights stay.
Mhm.
Wi-Fi connectivity is strong. And why I know this is because that last time that I was there, we actually had people on the island working. So if you notice that hut behind me, one day they're there, the second time they're by the pool area. We have different huts on the island. And, one time he will be on his Mac, and the second hour he will be by, walking through that water.
Oh, wow.
So you don't really have to wait for a school break. You can actually, when allowed and when the borders open, yeah, fantastic. They say that to travel gives them sanity.
Yeah.
There is a survey I read
Yeah.
a couple of months back and says that this is the primary reason for people wanting to travel.
Yep.
They were asked how soon they would want to travel, and they said as soon as possible.
Yeah.
you know, as soon as possible. People can't wait for borders to open.
Yeah.
And I will share that we continue to receive calls. When are you opening? When can we fly? Can you book me a room now? And say, we are happy to receive it. However, especially particularly for Coron, Coron has not reopened yet.
Yeah.
So, but we are hoping, and help me pray for this.
Yeah.
We are a bubble in this private island, meaning to say, like I said earlier, you don't necessarily have to go to the domestic airport, no, and be in with a crowd. You can take a seaplane from Manila, waters of Manila, and then land on the waters of Club Paradise, Palawan. And our staff on the island, they haven't really left for months.
Oh, wow.
Right? So talking about what else we've done, our safety protocols have been stricter.
Mhm.
No, it continues to evolve as we'll learn through time. And if, for example, you, Alvin, would want to leave the island, leave its waters, and go someplace else, at the moment, we will say, okay, we can arrange that for you, but we will need to do a test for you again before you come back to the island for the protection of the other guests and, of course, our staff, right? So it's continuously evolving. What I tell you now might not necessarily be how it's going to be next month. So we continue to adapt. And saying this, we have very, very close coordination, and we can't thank them enough. The Department of Tourism, right? And of course, the local government units where our resort properties are located.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great point to point out. We all want tourism to restart, but also we want to protect the Filipino citizens and people so that we avoid any kind of outbreak or anything like that. So we'll be patient and we'll wait and be inspired by all of your virtual backdrops until the day that we can actually visit you, Miss Claire.
We will make it all worth your while. That is a promise.
Well, I also wanted to highlight, I didn't want all the viewers to just think Discovery Hospitality is only on beach resorts. You've got some beautiful properties in Makati, in Ortigas as well, right? And
yes.
and let's talk about that because we don't want to just just highlight these two, but all of your properties are really, really great places, locations, and the one in Makati has won numerous awards as well. Did you want
Correct.
to spend a little moments talking about that to our viewers?
I'll be happy to. Well, we have the Discovery Primea,
Mhm.
excellent property, fantastic location. It's smack right on Ayala, in Makati. It's got very, very popular also in terms of its food and beverage offering.
Yeah.
We have the tapenade. The salad room is something I would like to experience again. I say this because I don't really get to go out yet. I haven't really been vaccinated, so I'm exerting that
Caution.
care, that caution.
Mhm.
But it has reopened already. We're serving.
Okay.
They are also open to delivery, takeout boxes, for
Awesome.
safety. But F&B is serving already. The other property is in Ortigas, Discovery Suites. Fantastic location also. It's along ADB Avenue, ADB Road,
Yeah.
and right across is a very nice mall, shopping mall. And we have in both city hotel properties, like us, we have the home safe, right? They also have their strict and rigid safety protocols in place. And they also offer wellness options as provided by our management group, which is Discovery Hospitality. Can I mention something about this, Alvin? Okay, can you hear my pets?
Oh yeah, it's okay. That's fine.
Okay.
You're a real person. Now we know.
We have pets, yes. We have this wellness in the world of Discovery we call laboral.
Mhm.
Aptly called laboral because this is labor wellness. It's understanding again the need of everyone right now, like you and I, working in the four corners of our homes, the need for maybe a 15-minute break in a day to relax your muscles and do a head rotation and guide you in terms of your breathing exercises and contribute to mindful meditation.
Mhm.
We offer this, and our properties are also, we are featuring this also. We actually do, you mentioned about partnerships, and we are doing that with some of the most trusted consumer brands in the country. We did one with Globe Telecom last month. We were supposed to do something in June, but that would have to be moved a little bit with Century,
Mhm.
the makers of the tuna, Century Tuna brands. I'm sure there are these products available in the US amongst our balikbayans in Asian markets. No?
Of course. We'll import it. We'll figure a way to get it over here.
Nag-vlogging. No, but that's what you said earlier, and I totally agree with that. Times like this, partnerships are helpful in getting messages across.
Yep.
And that message is, of course, a change in lifestyle. Wellness is key. It's
Yep.
now an amenity, the same way that safety is now an amenity. We never used to talk about it because before it was a given,
Exactly.
but now it's enhanced, it's amplified. It's very important.
Exactly.
Thank you, Alvin, for allowing me that opportunity to inject laboral.
No problem. It's funny because again, the pandemic is nothing that we should be happy about, but again, throughout all of this, we find opportunities, and you talk about partnerships, and you talk about collaborations, and for every company, we all had to innovate, all had to pivot and find ways to survive or just to rethink our perspective and what is our mission and how can we do it better in times of situations where we can't control. And I think
Right.
your company has evolved into other revenue streams or other projects like digital marketing to help other properties who don't have the same capabilities Can you talk about what Discovery Hospitality has done to enable some, some of the other properties
Okay.
around it? Yeah.
Discovery Hospitality has been known to operate and manage its owned resorts and hotels.
Hmm.
So the owned properties are, like I mentioned earlier, Discovery Primea, Discovery Suites, Discovery Shores in Boracay, and Club Paradise Palawan. Uh, in the pipeline are also more resort properties in unique destinations. I can't wait to tell you about them, Alvin, but we will get there. I'm just not at the liberty to burst that bubble yet. But we are going to have in El Nido in Palawan. There's a new brand that's coming out. It's called Kip and Kin. This is for the young, savvy, always online and on the go kind of traveler.
Okay.
You're also looking at Davao,
Mhm.
Siargao, and
Wow.
many more. Let me stop there before I
Wow.
say something I shouldn't be talking about. Now, these partnerships are management contracts.
Hmm.
These are not necessarily owned. No, some of these
Yep.
properties are not owned. So Discovery Hospitality, expanding its portfolio, now offers management capabilities to property owners who probably don't know what to do with the resort
Exactly.
or with their city hotel properties, no?
Exactly.
And we offer various options for that. One of which is digital marketing, like you said. So it involves online advertising, social media management, search engine optimization, customer relationship management, loyalty management, um, online, it says public relations, even, and graphic design. These are some of the things that we are very, very strong with.
Hmm.
Also, the wellness part, which is laboral. Okay, we are tackling here movement, mindfulness and meditation, nutrition, self-development, things that you're not really able to do easy, but we make it easy as ABC for you.
Yeah.
And then there's safety and sanitation, of course, which is for us in the resorts, it's home safe. And wellness travel, which is what we do in the resorts. We develop and design products and packages to make sure that the next trip of Mr. Alvin Adriano and family is going to be truly and absolutely memorable and relaxing.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is how we have evolved.
That's great. I mean, I'm sold already. I want to go on a plane and just spend all the time in all your properties because it sounds so amazing right now. I can't wait to get a massage, to enjoy the beautiful weather, and just be served, And so I'm so thankful that you're able to, like, I guess, evolve, modernize, find opportunities in various industries, not only your own hotel, but it's something similar. It's like Hyatt's, taking properties and then revamping and doing what you do the best. There's no longer a fear to outsource things that you're not great at. All entrepreneurs, they should feel welcome to be able to accept different things that can help them grow their business faster than them doing it themselves. And I
Right.
think that's a model with what we were talking about earlier with partnerships and collaborations and just finding the right companies to work with, because people do business with people who they believe in, they trust in, and that goes in the consumer realm as well as in the business realm. And I think Discovery's culture and leadership has done a tremendous job in creating a company that exhibits both that. And I hope all of our viewers, especially myself, get to experience this firsthand, and I will rave about it and put it all over social media.
Thank you, Alvin. It's very generous of you. We're talking about social media. May I share where we are at?
Yeah, share your handles, please.
For the easy and convenience of your listeners, we are on well, in the US, I think Instagram is tops, right?
Yeah.
So we are on Instagram, we are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube. Of course, I'm mentioning what is highest in the US first. Lately, we are on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
with the aim, of course, to have ample scheduled posts that are, timely and are engaging, right? We are also we have Viber communities for both Club Paradise Palawan and Discovery Shores Boracay. It's easy to find us, really, because we use the same handles as the names of our properties.
Easy. And that makes it so, with the world of internet being so full of information, it's easier for simplicity because it's just so difficult to find it.
That's
smart.
true.
So we're at the top of the hour. It's funny that we've already spent almost an hour talking.
It's been an hour already.
Yeah, it's funny how this happens when you're enjoying conversation and dialogue, how easily time flies. But yeah, I mean,
Alvin, thank you very much.
oh, no worries. And this is exactly why I had this platform to talk. I mean, for taking the time out of your day and chatting about travel. It's something that we're both passionate about. And I know we're both busy, but I appreciate you so much for being here. And I will definitely go to one of your properties when Philippines does open. And as all of us and all the viewers wait patiently for the relaxation of travel restrictions for the Philippines, I'm hoping that every traveler considers the Philippines, especially all the locations of Discovery Hospitality, because it's just so beautiful, it's so inviting, and I just can't wait to be there. But with that, Claire, any final thoughts that you want to share with the viewers?
Yes. More importantly, I am grateful to our tourism attaché of the Department of Tourism, Mr. Francisco Lartizabal, for this opportunity, for introducing us to you, Alvin. Maraming salamat for this opportunity. Really, there's much to talk about. Like I promised, I would try to limit what I say. 1 hour is not enough. So I do invite your listeners, and I promise to update you. We're now connected, right, on Facebook. So, do follow us on the social media platforms mentioned. There's more to be said. There's more to be shown. So let's remain connected.
Of course, and that's the thing. You said it. You'll be back on the show. We'll have to bring you on either a panel or to highlight some more of your future plans coming up, and just give us insider access to what's going to be happening in Discovery Hospitality.
Oh, well, Alvin, allow me one short commercial.
Sure.
You mentioned the magic word that reminded me. Discovery Hospitality actually schedules webisodes.
Okay.
See, new words being born every time. It's a webinar that is broadcasted through Facebook and YouTube. We discuss timely topics with experts in various fields, not just on travel, also on cuisine, wellness, very, very important topics. I am sure to let you know when the next one is going to be.
Yes, please do. We do share
the conversations there.
Awesome. Yeah. Again, sharing information is the key to power. And as long as we come as a community to share information, it gets a lot easier for everyone just to be successful and to find really what makes them passionate in life. So thank you so much, Claire, for being here. I appreciate all of your time, and I can't wait to actually meet you in person whenever that day actually comes. So thank you again. Bye. Take care.
Keep safe. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
So thank you again for all the viewers and listeners who have been able to join our show. We know travel is coming back, and as you begin to plan your vacation and future plans, always consider the Philippines and all of its wonderful treasures, from beaches to food to now award-winning properties and an explosion of exquisite marvels that continue to amaze travelers far and wide. My name is Alvin Adriano. I am the CEO of TravelWise International. And if you love what you hear and all of the beautiful properties that Claire showed us, please hashtag Discovery, and we can reach out to you and just share more information about these wonderful locations. If you need help with the Philippines, please contact our accredited travel agency, TravelWise International, at 248-8898, or you can visit us on the web at www.itravelwise.com. Tune in next Tuesday, 12 p.m. Pacific time and 3 p.m. East Coast time. And we'll be talking to a tour operator who personalized curated itineraries to Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam, and Southeast Asian countries. Again, my name is Alvin Adriano, CEO of TravelWise International, a Filipino-owned and operated travel agency that's been dedicated to serving the Filipino community since 1989. Thank you again. Mabuhay. Till next time. Take care.